Hello and welcome. Live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria, you're watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu, and today our focus will be on the Northwest. We begin in Kano State, where Governor Abba Yusuf has assured the return of kidnapped victims from Sanyawa and Shanono local government areas. The governor stated this when he visited the Joint Task Force stationed at the security flashpoints in the state. According to him, banditry is a new phenomenon in the state, thereby calling on all personnel to do everything necessary to curb the menace.
Today, we are here in Kaduna purposely to assess the situation as far as these insecurity challenges are concerned. Secondly, to be able to rub minds with you, to encourage you and motivate you, to put in more of your best. We are very much assure you that government, along with all the security agencies, are here to support you. We'll continue to do the needful to ensure your welfare, to ensure that you are taken good care of.
The Commander 3 Brigade reiterates the commitment of the military and other sister security agencies in ensuring the safety and return of the victims.
Are based here, and on daily basis they move to some vulnerable positions within Sanyawa local government areas such as Tundu, Nchibi, Kano, where we have been facing security threats these few days. So it's a very big privilege for us to have your presence this morning. The troops are very happy to see the executive governor by himself. So it will be a pleasure, sir, if they can have one or two words of advice from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brigadier General.
The Kebbi State government has relocated the National Youth Service Corps Orientation Camp from Dakingari in Suru local government area to Bashua in Jega local government area due to security concerns. The State Commissioner of Police, Bello Sani, has assured heightened security measures at the new camp, describing the move as part of a proactive approach to protecting corps members. Sani, who visited the new orientation camp with his management team, charged the combined security agencies stationed there to maintain maximum alertness and avoid complacency. He emphasized the importance of seamless collaboration among all units, noting that interagency synergy is crucial for a peaceful and hitch-free orientation exercise. Staying in Kebbi State, Governor Nasir Idris has presented a proposed budget, 2026 budget of 642 billion naira to the Kebbi State House of Assembly. According to the governor, the budget prioritizes development and accountability through significant investments in infrastructure. The proposal includes provisions for the Kebbi Security Trust Fund, introduced in response to ongoing security challenges, most recent of which is the abduction of schoolgirls in Maga. The fund will receive an initial 3 billion naira takeoff grant aimed at strengthening security in local communities.
Our administration has committed substantial investment to infrastructure, particularly in the areas of roads and the educational facilities, while consolidating on agriculture at the base of our economic growth. As previously briefed to this legislature, our administration engaged African Development Bank through the joint initiative with the federal government to promote agricultural industrialization under Special Agro-Processing Zone, SAPZ scheme.
Still speaking about budgets, Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna State has presented 985.9 billion naira appropriation bill for 2026 fiscal year to the State House of Assembly. Presenting the appropriation bill, Governor Sani describes it as a budget of resilience and renewal, grounded in fiscal discipline and equity, prioritizing infrastructure development and inclusive growth based on inputs from a wide range of consultations held across every stratum of the society.
Despite economic pressures, fluctuating federal allocation, and lingering security challenges, our administration made significant progress across multiple sectors. These achievements constitute the foundation on which the 2026 budget is built: security and peace building. The security well-being of our people remain our most important responsibility. Kaduna has faced complex and evolving threats: banditry, kidnapping, and other violent crimes. Through enhanced synergy with the military, police, DSS, and other local security structures, we have strengthened operational capabilities across the state. We provided patrol vehicles, communication equipment, fuel support, surveillance assistance, and improved coordination mechanisms. In the area of infrastructure development, we continue to implement one of the most ambitious expansion programs in the history of the state.
The developmental strides recorded since inception of your administrations are undeniable. You have not only revived the previously abandoned project, but you have also initiated meaningful new ones that touch the lives of ordinary citizens. Your dedication to rural development is especially commendable. Now that the budget presentation has been made, this Honorable House will meticulously fulfill the constitutional mandate to ensure that the 2026 budget truly reflects and serves the collective interests of the people of Kaduna State.
The Nigerian Export Processing Zones Authority has held an investors and stakeholders forum in Kano, the commercial hub of northern Nigeria, with the theme Strengthening Partnerships for Efficient Service Delivery in Free Trade Zone. The forum is aimed at developing practical strategies to improve free zone administration in line with international best practices, as NEPSA reveals it generated about 1.8 billion naira for the federal government within the first 10 months of 2025. Channels Television's correspondent Nanchin Vincent reports.
It was a gathering of investors, regulators, and other key players as the Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority hosted the 2025 Free Trade Zone Engagement Forum in Kano.
The pigeon just informed me.
Representing the General Manager of Free Trade Zones, Olufemi Ogunyemi, the head of Kano Free Trade Zone, Richard Bassi, announces that NEPSA generated over 1.8 billion naira between January and October 2025 for the federal government, a confidence boost that a lot can be achieved through interagency collaboration.
Between January to the last day of October, this zone has generated over 1.8 billion naira to the federal government. Now, custom has generated over 17 billion to the federal government. So it shows that there is an improvement in economic activities in the zone. The value was not the same last year, but it is the same this year. It is more this year because there is improvement in economic activities.
Meanwhile, the Kano State Coordinator of NAFTA, Kashim Idris, emphasizes the need for strict adherence to regulatory standards to ensure the manufacturing of safe and quality products within the zones.
It shouldn't be a safe haven for people coming to produce substandard things. And it should not be for all category of products, because the free trade zone is supposed to be something that is only for technology-driven products, not for production of pure water or kuli-kuli
The forum is expected to serve as a major catalyst for attracting foreign and local investors, with activities including goodwill messages, presentations, and networking sessions designed to foster deeper collaboration among stakeholders. From Kano Commercial City, Nanchin Vincent, Channels Television News.
Still in Kano State, following the rising cases of heat wave, drought, and flooding witnessed in the state and most parts of northern Nigeria, Bayero University has embarked on sensitization lectures to build resilience against climate change amongst the populace. The lecture series, titled Physiology Meets Climate Change, aims to highlight adaptive measures to the harsh realities of the evolving weather patterns. Our correspondent Abubakar Salihu reports.
If not for developmental conditions.
Gathered in this hall in Bayero University, Kano, for the quarterly lecture series on the effects of climate change and public health are students, the academia, traditional rulers, and religious clerics. The lecture, titled Physiology Meets Climate Change, aims to build public resilience on the effects of climate change, especially on human health.
We're talking about the climate change. Everybody knows that we have a serious heat, high temperature in our own environment. So now, because of this climate change, most of our body processes now have become affected. So now we have conducted this lecture to make the public aware of the side effect of this climate change in our body functions.
One of the resource persons at the lecture outlined some measures for governments and the general public to adopt to stay safe and healthy.
For example, during extreme heat exposure, people are advised to be drinking water frequently, as due to heat exposure, we are losing water from sweat, from increase in respiration, and so on. So we advise people to be drinking water frequently to replace the water loss, and then people need to be adjusting their work schedule. For example, if somebody is working 1 hour in an outdoor environment, during extreme heat, he should adjust that, maybe works for 15 minutes or 20, take a break, take water, rest in a shade, and then continue. So he should be breaking the work schedule, not to be prolonged during extreme heat. And then we also advise us or individuals or the community how we can work together to improve green vegetation.
In Nigeria, climate change is linked to increased malaria, water scarcity, and food insecurity, highlighting the need for climate-resilient health systems. Abubakar Salihu, Channels Television News.
You're watching Newsroom series live on Channels Television. Still ahead, we'll bring you more stories from the Northwest. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Zamfara state government has officially begun the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, with a strong call for collective action to eliminate all forms of violence, both physical and digital, against women and girls. This year's event was flagged off by the wife of the state's governor, Huraya Lawal, who commends the 2025 theme, which seeks to end digital violence against women and girls.
This year's theme focuses on the rapid response of technology-driven violence, including cyberstalking, online harassment, unsolicited sharing of private images, digital blackmail, and misinformation targeted at women and girls. A huge concern for the wife of the Zamfara state governor, Huraya Lawal, who equally believes that digital platforms originally created for communication, learning, and innovation are increasingly being used as tools for harassment and exploitation. She describes gender-based violence as a growing threat to societal well-being and development.
In this fast-growing digital world, our phones, our devices, and our social media platforms have become extensions of our lives. Sadly, they have also become tools for harassment, bullying, blackmail, exploitation, cyber-talking, and emotional violence. Online abuse is not virtual. It is cause of real pain, real trauma and real harm. We must protect our people in both physical and digital spaces. I stand before you with a deep and unwavering commitment to ensure that women, girls, men, and children are safe, supported, and protected by the will of Allah.
The Zamfara state government is convinced that no one, man, woman, young or old, should be subjected to such treatment, as it reaffirms its commitment to protecting the dignity, safety, and rights of all citizens.
Gender-based violence is not just a woman's issue, it is a societal problem. It affects the stability of families, the productivity of communities, and the development of our state. Every act of violence leaves a scar that touches us all. Here in Zamfara State, the administration of His Excellency Dr. Dauda Lawal has demonstrated strong political will in strengthening social protection systems, supporting survivors, and ensuring that justice and dignity are upheld.
Your Excellency.
In a related development, the Zamfara state governor's wife also launched a global coalition charged with the responsibility of tackling the challenges facing women and children in the state.
Your work reflects a clear understanding of the realities women face. By prioritizing health, security, and economic empowerment from the grassroots to the national level, you are addressing the issues that most directly shape women's lives. These areas demand serious, coordinated action, and your initiative moves that conversation in the right direction.
Victims of abuse, particularly women, are encouraged to speak up and seek help without fear, while others are encouraged to help intensify awareness campaigns to ensure that every woman and girl in Zamfara State is protected.
The federal government says it will continue to work closely with states to accelerate agricultural development across the country. Secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akuma, stated this after inspecting irrigation facilities earmarked for distribution to 10,000 farmers from the Kano South Senatorial District, an initiative facilitated by Senator Abdurrahman Sumaila. The farmers are receiving a range of agricultural inputs, including water pumping machines, tube wells, sprayers, mini tillers, and hand seed planting equipment, among others. Our correspondent Sadiq Eliasu reports.
Various irrigation tools, water pumps and mini tillers arranged for distribution to beneficiaries. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation expresses the federal government's commitment to partnering with states to scale up agricultural productivity.
The main objective here is to give effect to the federal government's drive in the area of agriculture. And that's basically what Kawa and his team are doing here. The federal government is also supporting. He's part of government anyway. And I understand that the state government is also collaborating with our people here very well in the provision of some of these amenities. You see, Kano has always been noted as a state that produces a lot of agricultural produce. People never know that you could get fruits in Kano all the year round until they started coming to Kano to see things for themselves.
The facilitator of the program, Senator Abdurrahman Sumaila, says the distribution of inputs will empower farmers and expand year-round farming activities, particularly across rural communities in the district.
After Audubon, our own Audubon of our time, our own Audubon of this current situation is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As you are witnessing now, it is first phase of our project, where 10,000, not families, direct farmers will benefit.
The event ends with a renewed call for sustained investment in irrigation farming to address food security challenges and support local producers. Abubakar Salu, Channels Television News.
As part of efforts to improve food production and strengthen agricultural productivity, a non-governmental organization, Life Helpers Initiative, has launched the Farmer Service Hub in Wamako local government area of Sokoto State. The initiative, which is supported by the Federal Food Program and the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, aims to tackle food security challenges, empower rural communities, and create employment opportunities. According to the organization, the project is designed to provide farmers, especially smallholder farmers, with modern farming techniques, capacity building, advisory services, and improved access to agricultural inputs to significantly enhance their crop yields.
The idea is that we want to support smallholder farmers who are at the bottom level of the ladder and help them to understand better agricultural practices and also have access to improved seedlings, and then we give them equipment that they use so that they can increase their yield. And this center, Numatushe Aziki, will provide for them storage and processing. So it's a complete circle of the opportunity that if a smallholder enters, by the time it's coming out, it's coming better.
It's been 2 years since the Katsina State Transport Authority purchased 7 units of 18-seater vehicles, with another 12 units bought in November last year, making it 19. The General Manager of the authority, Haruna Rugoji, has presented another set of 14 units of 18-seater buses recently purchased by the authority for official launch to Governor Dikko Rada at the Government House. Some of the buses have been converted from fuel to compressed natural gas to reduce operational costs and ensure affordable, safe, and comfortable rides.
We have started converting our buses from fossil fuel to CNG, which we took our staff to Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology Zaria, trained there, and we converted ourselves because we have now trained our staff that are able in conversion of these buses. Now you can see by yourself, we have demonstrated it before His Excellency and you. Is a bus that has been converted by our engineers in Katsina State Transport Authority, and we will keep doing it. And we perceive doing it when His Excellency earmark land for Greenville and other investors in gas in Katsina State.
In another development, the state's government has reaffirmed commitments to settling over 20 billion naira outstanding gratuity arrears owed to retired workers as part of measures to restore confidence in the state's pension administration. Modalities have been put in place to ensure that civil servants receive their gratuities within the same month they retire.
I think it's important to talk about the contribution rates. Employer is going to contribute 13%, while employee is going to contribute 7%. So the total amount that goes into the pool, as I mentioned, for those on the contributory defined benefit is going to be 20% of the employee's monthly remuneration. While for the retirement savings accounts, the total amount that is going to go into the account on a monthly basis is still going to be 20% of the employee's remuneration. Employer providing 13%, employee providing 7%. So it's total of 20%.
And that's where we drop the anchor of this edition of Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Enjoy the rest of your day.